When tragedy strikes in any form, the journey to help is what changes lives. Aid Trackers is an unfiltered look at a world in crisis and a picture of what makes us human when at our lowest point, there are those amongst us around the world who rise to their best. Aid Trackers brings you their story.
One of our main goals is to educate the community on how we take supplies from around the country and get it down to disaster areas.
As lives are changed in an instant,
2 trucks went by me and they flipped over and they hit me. I thought they hit me because I turned around. By the time I realized what was going on, it was already over.
the need is great and immediate.
She's been receiving calls saying that there are houses with children who don't have parents in them. These are the 2 that have already come in from the earthquake. Their family died in the earthquake, and so she's taken them in the orphanage, but she anticipates there's going to be a lot more children who come.
When circumstances leave many without hope, the world reaches out to help. Aid Trackers takes you behind the donation lines around the world with Lisa Hopper and Holly Romero showing the challenges of getting support to those in need.
When disaster strikes, victims have many challenges they have to face. For example, lack of food, water. Sometimes they don't have a home anymore. If they're living in a tent city, for example, there may be issues of violence like looting, rape even. When aid workers come into these environments, they have to overcome a lot of the same challenges, and it makes their jobs that much more difficult.
Are they located like within the fire? Are they the ones that are right on the line?
They're in there and they might not come back in for 2 or 3 days. They'll camp out.
The job of an aid tracker is to investigate and confirm the legitimacy of the organizations receiving help and assess the environment where the aid is being sent. The challenges are often battling bureaucracy, supply chain delays, thieves, opportunists, disease, and kidnappers to make sure the right support reaches victims quickly and efficiently before it's too late.
Oftentimes we will be walking down the side of the road and you'll just see dead bodies just laying there. You have to really stay focused and make sure that your emotions don't get the best of you, even though it does.
I remember we were in Haiti and we came across this group that was digging up bodies out of the rubble. And that person that was lost in the tragedy was somebody's loved one. They were a mother or a friend. And it kind of brings you back to what you're there for. So they're not forgotten. And so their loved ones who survived the initial disaster don't suffer the same fate in the end.
There's a lot of people here around the country going to help you. You have to take risks because you're fighting for people who don't have the opportunity to help themselves at this point. And that risk is oftentimes pretty tough.
Yeah, but where's the food?
Food and medicine and all.
Where? Where is it?
Sanitation.
Where is it?
Sorry?
Where is it? Where is the food?
As you can see, security is pretty tight here. In order for the resources to get distributed, it's been pretty difficult.
You know, you can prepare all you want, and that's what needs assessments are all about. But the bottom line is that there's going to be so many unknowns when you get on the ground. You're just going to be changing. You got to think on your feet all the time. I'm still waiting for the trucking company to let me know why things have stopped.
When people give money or donations, they think it's really straightforward process to get the supplies or the money to where it's intended, and it's just not that simple. There's a lot more to it than that.
Aid Trackers brings you the human stories behind the headlines, showing the real story of the crisis that you don't get to see.
Oh my God, it's, I don't know. Even if you're foreigner, it doesn't matter where you come from, they have to touch you deep inside. It's very painful. It is very painful.
Aid Trackers takes you on an adventure you may have never imagined, full of despair and hope, tears and smiles, pain and undaunted love.